man is recovering after a shooting in downtown Grand Rapids last weekend. The community grappling with yet another incident of gun violence. News 8's Tessa Kresh joining us now live in studio. And Tessa, you spoke with one of the victims, so 2 people were shot that night. Take us back.
2 people were shot that night. One was a 16-year-old boy who was shot in the forearm. Another was a man who was shot in the foot. And that's who I spoke with. His name is Colin Piet. He's a local DJ who's been in the Grand Rapids music scene for the last 10 years. And he was just wrapping up a set at the Bob when he was walking to his car, which was parked near the Monroe Center ramp. And that's when he heard shots fired. And he remembers feeling pain in his foot, but he didn't quite know what it was. He thought maybe it was a bullet ricocheting off his foot or grazing it, but he didn't think much of it. He walked to his car, hobbled there, got in his car and continued to drive home. And that's, you know, it took about 5 minutes into the drive when he realized that he was getting lightheaded. He was on his way to pull over and he crashed into a pole.
Oh my gosh.
And that's when he was transported to the hospital, and they discovered a bullet was lodged inside of his foot and he needed surgery.
And we're just seeing video of him now. How's he doing, Tessa?
Well, he's doing much better physically. He said he's still shaken up by what happened, and he's frustrated that something like this can just happen during a normal night downtown after work and impact people who are uninvolved in this way. Right now, he's recovering from surgery and is unable to work. He has a full-time job at a factory where he stands on his feet all of the time. He also DJs on the side, and now he's not able to do those things while he recovers. And on top of that, he's dealing with medical bills, lost income, rehabilitation costs, and his vehicle that was totaled in the crash. You know, he says that people should really, you know, it could have been a lot worse, but gun violence can impact so many people in a lot of ways, and that's happening right here at home.
What's the latest in this investigation?
Well, I did speak to Grand Rapids Police Department. As of right now, the investigation is ongoing. They're still searching for 3 suspects related to the shooting. You know, and coming up tonight at 5 and 6, you can hear a little bit more about that, what we know so far, and hear directly from Colin himself, hear more about how it's impacting him and his family, and also as he recounts those moments when he realized that he had been hit.
Okay, Tessa Kresh, thank you so much for that report.
Thank you.